Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Jojo of de-mensmedia. There seems to be something that is well and truly going on in Ghana, and I thought I'll share my 2 cents. Over here are reactive videos, political videos, and social issues like this. It's all about Dr. Chukwudi Jude. I hope I didn't murder the name. A Nigerian man in Ghana seemed to be out of line. So Ghanaians are not happy. They are demonstrating and they are on social media venting out because they expect the authorities to obviously do that which they need to do to ensure that things are done appropriately and things are put in place as it's supposed to. Do I agree? No, but first and foremost, I'll say let us pump our brakes, look into things and put things into perspective, and just make sure that we don't take matters in our own hands and do that which is not expected of us. Ghana, Nigeria, we have our own, we've had our issues back in the days. Let's not be haste, because I've already heard people saying Nigeria must go and others are saying Igbos must go. Is that what we really want? Let us watch this video and let us come back to digest on things. I have my take as usual and you can have yours in the comment box. Let's just watch this.
Igbo has got a very rich culture that must be encouraged. He believes the past and present leaders from Igbo as a nation from the Nigerian state deserves more. The father of all projects on his mind is the establishment of the first Igbo town in Ghana and of course the first in the world.
If you look around the world, apart from in Virginia, they have Igbo village in Virginia. They created it by putting the antiques, the antiquities of Igbo there. You can come there, kind of archive of Igbo. But I'm creating Igbo village, which has never happened in the history of the world among the Igbos in the world. As I'm talking to you, I've acquired 50 acres of land, that is 250 plus of land along the Flower Road, that is at Old Ningo area. Along that road, it's right on the road. I acquired 250 plus of land. My reason of acquiring this land is to build Igbo village in Ghana. I call it Amandi Igbo in Ghana. We'll build a village where we're gonna build the palace of Igbo there, a huge palace. We'll build Igbo town hall there with about 2,000 capacity chairs and 100 rooms guest house. The essence of this guest house is most of the times our governors and our Igbo great leaders do come to Ghana. They always go with their entourage. If they come to Ghana, their entourage will see where they will lodge for free of charge, maybe for a day or two. Most of their visits, it doesn't take more than 48 hours or 24 hours. They stay there free of charge and they know that yes, this is what they have benefited from the Igbos living in Ghana. Again, our people that have accommodation problem and all that will come get there at least for 2 or 3 days before they can get a out of the country, or those that come into the country in one way or the other will have accommodation of 100 rooms guest house. We will also, in the palace of the Igbo, we also have apartment there for special guests like governors and ministers, and in future I know that we the Igbos will provide president in Nigeria, and I know that the president that will rule Nigeria at time to come must be an Igbo man, and one day by the special grace of God he also going to be part of those that are going to lodge at the guest house there in Igbo village. In that Igbo village, my good brother, what I want to do there is we'll create streets there. We'll create streets that will represent the names of the ancient Igbos. We'll create the streets that will bear the name of Sambakwe Street. That's the ex-governor of Imo State. We'll create a street that will bear the name of Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, the first president of Nigeria. We'll create a street that will bear the name of Nzogo. We'll create a street that will bear, of course, the name of my father also, Zemaladi Henetu. And all the great Igbo leaders that they have gone, and those are present, will create streets in their name that will represent them in Igbo village in Ghana. And this Igbo village in Ghana, every Igbo man all over the world have right to come there and buy property. Either you want a plot of land or 2 plots of land to build your dream house. We're also going to build tall buildings of maybe 6th floor or 7th floor. We'll sell them flat by flat. And we will have a single entrance in this Igbo village. When you come in there, you're coming into Igbo village in Ghana. From there, Igbos will expand. We will build market there. Igbo market will represent there. Igbo school will be built there. We will create transport section there also. We will create what we call Ezigbo garden. In Igbo language, you call it Mbala Ezigbo. Ezigbo garden meaning where we create about 4 plots of land. We use 4 plots of land for that, for Ezigbo garden, where we're gonna plant yam, plant all the trees, all the leaves you can get in Igbo land. Okwa, ube, akubeke, mtoroba, oha, we're gonna also plant yam there. We'll plant ube there. We'll plant all these things so that at the time of New Year Festival of Ezigbo, we'll go to the Mbala there. We'll go to the garden there to get our New Year Festival. In there, you see that.
Welcome back. Now, in the video, before I go on to what he said in the video, I didn't know that we have over 74,000 Igbo people in Ghana. Hey, it's all good. Now, the reason why I'm saying let's not do things anyway, anyhow. When Ghanaians were chased out of Nigeria in the 80s, it was something else. When Nigerians were chased out from Ghana before Nigerians reciprocating that, it was something else. The difference between those two chased out was that Ghana chased Nigerians out. Ghana gave Nigerians a chance to say, regularize yourself. If not, then go. Nigeria did not give Ghanaians that chance. They just got rid of them, which is fine. Times have changed. We're not going to do this because whether we like it or not, Nigerians have come to Ghana. They have invested into our economy and our community. Ghanaians have done similar in Nigeria as well. So let us consider that. And on that note, let us pump our brakes, let's have a conversation, and let's just deal with the situation that has come up. It is not allowed for you to leave your country and come and set up a kingdom in somebody else's country. With these pronouncements that you're doing, sir, you are well and truly not helping the situation. As a matter of fact, have I ever heard this man speak about some of the things or some of the despicable things that some Nigerians do in Ghana? No. There's been robbery lately. Or anytime there are a group of people that goes about robbing people, by the time you realize you have Nigerians amongst them. I don't know which tribes they may be, but we do know that we class all of them as Nigerians. When Ghana Must Go was happening, it was not on tribal lines. It was just by nationality. And sir, you need to know that wherever you find yourself, you represent your country first and then your tribe comes after. So this whole thing that you're trying to do, building a community, having guest houses, having estates, having a market and having car parks and stuff, that is not allowed. I don't even know who sold you that much amount of land, but that is something, that's another conversation that we need to have. But that which you're trying to build, I think it will be beneficial. It will be way better and much accepted, received and cherished in an Igbo land. I think that is one thing that you need to look into. And I think another thing we're trying to put across is that we know you got money. We get it. You see, if Nigeria begins to do well, we will all be happy. Then we can be trading and we can be doing business together as we are doing. The business will be enhanced. The business will go up. The business will go on and on and on. The visitations will be brilliant. So what we're saying is that, yes, we get it. It will be very beautiful. I do believe that it will be a fantastic thing to do. But take it to Igbo. Take some of the money that you have made or the money that you have. Take some to develop the part of Nigeria where you are from. Let that place to be a fantastic place to attract us to come visit, to attract us to come spend some money there, to boost that local economy. That's all what we're saying. Take the money there and go and do it over there. It will be way better. Aside what we are being nice and aside what we are saying, it is just not allowed. When we talk about kings and kingdoms, it's something else. It is okay for you to be a tribal leader in a foreign land. You understand? Ghana, Nigeria, as I said, we have our banter. We have our banter where, you know, we do our thing. It looks as if when it comes to the cyber, the whole African continent is 3 countries. You have Nigeria, you have Ghana, and the rest. Hey, listen, I'm just joking. But what I'm saying is that is because if any nationality try to attack, for instance, Nigerians, Ghana will back Nigeria to, you know, deal with that person in a banter way. But when we put aside the banter, some Nigerians can be quite disrespectful unnecessarily. They come in, they disrespect us, they disrespect our food, they disrespect our language. You hear people asking us questions like, do you guys speak English at all? Our culture, our tradition comes first. Our mother tongue comes first before any other language. Just so you know, it is okay. If you guys want to throw away your mother tongue, you guys want to make English carry it on your head as the most important thing, that's fantastic. That's entirely you. But when you come to Ghana, our languages, our local languages are ridiculously important to us. So that is it. As I'm saying, some Nigerians have always taken a swipe at us. They've always disrespected us in so many terms. When we put aside the regular banter, that is not acceptable. So now we have crimes, we have being disrespectful to us, and then you want to build a kingdom. We can't allow that to happen. I don't think our laws even allows that. I don't know where do you think you are? You think you are, oh, okay, the peace is so much and the freedom is so great that you seem to forget yourself where you are. You are in Ghana. You are not in Nigeria. You are in Ghana. You get what I mean? So that, sir, is not going to happen. With these things that you're saying, you are inciting hate indirectly. That's the reason why Ghanaian youth are irate. That's the reason why they are doing that which they are doing. And then let me post this response from Honorable Sam Jota. Let us put the respondent. To summarize it, he's trying to say that nobody's acquired that amount of land in the Pram area because he's a member of parliament for that area. But the man too is saying that he has acquired that. So, sir, we need clarity. I think we're going to need some evidence and stuff to back up the things that are going on. You get me? We need some documents and we need some evidence to prove that well and truly he was only talking. And I believe this gentleman, Dr. Chukwudi Jude, with all greatest of respect, needs to be investigated. And when he is investigated, we need to put things into perspective. If he has well and truly acquired this, we need to look into it. Whoever authorized the acquisition of the land, somebody is obviously sleeping on a job, and that person needs to answer. Some herds are supposed to be rolling as we speak, because this is not acceptable. When you go into first world countries where you have other Africans and other nationals, obviously you have community leaders where they represent the people if there are issues brooding, or the indigenous people can contact such leaders should they have issues with their people. That is allowed. That's understandable. For somebody who's been preaching of the unity of Africa, yes, we can unite, but we need to do that in a very respectful way. Let's do business. Let's respect our traditions. Let's respect our orders. Let's respect our laws. If I go to Nigeria, I need to do everything to be the visitor that I am. Respect the law, respect the people, respect the tradition, respect the culture. I could share my 2 cents, but that must be done in a very good way, not in a condescending way, not in a disrespectful way, not in a despicable way. There are already similar issues like that. We have the Lebanese community, we have the Chinese community, we have the Japanese communities, and all kinds of communities in Ghana. The communities are there. I think those ones are allowed. But even that, I think our politicians and our leaders need to look into it as to how they treat the indigenous people. Because rumor has it that, for instance, Lebanese do maltreat most Ghanaians that they work with. We need to look into that. That is definitely not allowed. You cannot go into somebody's land and border yourself or put yourself in this community where you don't allow the indigenous people to come. You can't do that. Over here you can't, let alone for you to acquire 50 acres of land and you want to build Igbo village. What makes you think that will work? In this dispensation that we are, there's a new breed of Africans, not Ghanaians. We have new breed of Africans. They look into things differently. They analyze things differently. They approach things differently. You shouldn't even allow this kind of thing to fester in your head, because it's not going to work. The people are not going to sit down to look at you to let that kind of thing come to pass. I believe we have the Yoruba community in Ghana, but I don't think they would even come up to say that they want to have a king, the Yoruba king. And even if they want to have that, they want to build Yoruba village. There are places where we know you go, you have lots of Nigerians there, so it's okay. But for you to want to establish a kingdom in a sovereign nation like Ghana, that is definitely not allowed, sir. With all due respect, I think you need to come out to explain things or to apologize to the people that was not what you were trying to communicate. If that was well and truly what you're trying to communicate, then you need to retract. After saying all these things, what are some of the things that we expect our leaders to do? One, we expect our leaders to start looking into things critically. If somebody comes along as a foreigner wanting to acquire a certain amount of land or in a certain location, because at the moment we are still battling, Galamsey, with foreigners being involved, and now we have this thing happening as well. You understand? So our leaders need to, both the community and the political leaders need to work together. That somebody is trying to acquire the XYZ amount of land, it is not in my jurisdiction to question but that you put it to the right department to question such a person. What do you need it for? Where are you from? Where are the proof that this is what you're going to use it for? And you got, after answering all the necessary questions, you need to monitor. We need to monitor them as well to ascertain that the reason why they acquire that amount of land or plots of land, they are using it for that which they said they're going to use it for. That's not how it is here. I don't think you can just come over here in the United Kingdom and acquire a big land to say, and you want to build Igbo village. What makes you think it's okay for you to try it in Ghana? Is it because we accepted you, we made you feel comfortable, we've embraced you, Ghanaians are warm, they are very welcoming, so you are taking all these things for granted? No, sir. The other thing is we need to make sure that the ECOWAS treaty is working. Now, the third thing that I think our authorities, our leaders need to look into is to put checks and balances in place in a way to make sure that they are not breaching our laws. They are not breaking our laws. Other than that, then what are we doing? We're not doing anything. By the end of the day, I'm sitting out here going on and on. What do I know? But still, this is my take.